Hey guys, I decided to create a guide for the Liberty Falls Easter egg for Call of Duty Black Ops 6. I know this is a bit different from my usual Deadlock content, which is still going to be my main focus for sure, but I just couldn't resist because zombies is just way too fun, and when there's a new zombies map out, I love to just get on there and do the Easter egg with my friends, so I figured it'd be a fun video. In this guide, I'll walk you through the main Easter egg, as well as all of the side quests and all of the side bonus things that have been discovered so far. Plus, I'm going to show a incredibly easy and cheap, kind of cheesy way to kill the boss and make it a breeze. Real quick, I wanted to mention I still have a goal of 500 subscribers by the end of November. I know it's a pretty insane goal, but I just want to see how close we can get. And I don't know. I'm just excited to see where we land. We're going to go ahead and kick things off with the main quest, but feel free to skip ahead if you're just here to see some bonus Easter eggs. Either way, let's dive in. Okay, so first off, I'm just going to say in order to really do the Easter egg, it's required to have the Wonder Weapon. So you can get the Wonder Weapon by either finding it in a mystery box if you're lucky, one of the other bonuses that drop weapons, or you can just craft it off the table. For this tutorial, I'm going to show you how to craft it off the table because that's way more consistent. You don't have to try to get lucky. So there are 3 different parts for the Wonder Weapon. First, we need to go to the graveyard next to the church and kill the groundskeeper so we can get a key from him. The groundskeeper will spawn randomly once a round for about 15 seconds and then he'll despawn. So if you miss him, you have to push the round and get him the next round. He can spawn in the upper or lower area of the graveyard. As soon as you kill him, he drops a key. Grab the key and you're going to use this to unlock the shed and grab one of the pieces. The next piece we need just down the stairs from the shed. We're going to grab this garden hose faucet and we're going to bring it over to the bowling alley and put it on this valve, and then we have to turn the valve until the bar fills up to get our next piece. This obviously can be done solo or in a party, and as you can see in this clip, I have a party and it's much easier having friends that are just going to protect you and kill all the zombies while you sit there and crack your knuckles. However, you are able to stop turning and run around and kill them and then come back and continue turning, and it will pick up in the same spot as long as you don't leave the bowling alley room. This does take quite a while to finish, so get off and on as much as you need just so you don't die. When you finish the progress bar, an explosion will appear and clear all the remaining zombies. And your screen will go a little bit white. And afterwards, the part will just fall onto the ground. Finally, the last piece we need for the Wonder Weapon is to get a Mangler Cannon. You can get it a couple different ways. First way is to farm salvage and come craft it on this crafting table. Another way to get it is to wait until a Mangler spawns and shoot off his arm that has the Mangler Cannon. If you shoot off the arm, it'll drop onto the ground, then you can come and loot it just like you would any other item. You need the Mangler Cannon in order to break down the door to give yourself access to the shop that holds the final piece. After you break down the door, run around and check all these piles of garbage. It could be in any one of these. It's random every time, but just check all of them in this room until this wire appears. Now that we have all the pieces of the Wonder Weapon, we run back to the start and run up the stairs to go into the hotel, into the room that had zombies up here, and craft on this table. Now you have a Wonder Weapon. We could use it to suck up parts for other Easter eggs and also for the pieces of the LTG, which is needed for the main Easter egg. Jump off the balcony and look at this motel sign and grab the first Aetherella action toy. After you grab the toy, turn around and run down this alley into those blue double doors. There are 4 action toys in this room and 1 LTG piece. The first piece is immediately to the left of the door on this counter. The next one is to the left of the Aetherella main statue on this small shelf. The next one is laying down on this counter across the room. The last one is next to this poster on the shelf. After grabbing those 4 pieces, look up into the ceiling in this hole and grab the LTG piece. Now running up the hill towards the church, we're going to get on this roof to the left here. Look across the road onto this little AC unit and you can vacuum up the toy. Next, we want to jump off the roof next to this zip line, land on the truck, turn around and look in the window and vacuum up the piece. Now we're going to run towards the church, and one of the pieces is up on the window right here. We don't want to actually gather this piece. We just want to drag this piece into the church, and we're going to grab it later on to cheese the boss. So just drag it to the side here and then drag it into the church. Make sure it's in the room, but do not collect it. Now that the toy is in the church, look above the balcony and grab this piece floating. Now that we have all three pieces of the LTG, we're going to zipline across this to get onto the roof. And run over here on the left, and you'll see a crafting table for the LTG. Now that we have the LTG, we're going to come back to the church to this device and grab the canister that's poking out. When you're holding the canister, you're not able to run or anything, but that's fine. We're just going to come and drag and put it down where we need it. Come into the road and come over here to this trap and place it on top of this trap. It doesn't have to be exactly on top, it just has to be right next to it when we kill the boss. Now, run up here into the cemetery under this purple cloud and place the LTG. After placing the LTG, we have to protect it for 1 minute and make sure no zombies destroy it. If we successfully defend it, a mini boss will spawn, and we have to kill the mini boss on top of that canister that we placed with the trap going. So first thing we want to do is weaken the boss and kite him over to that spot. As soon as he's very low and in that spot, run over, activate the trap, and herp and finish him off while he's in the trap. The canister will suck up his essence. Now you grab the canister and bring it back to the church and put it inside the device. This is timed, but it's actually really, really easy to get there in time. You have way more time than you need. As soon as you place the canister back in the device, a drawer on the left will open. Grab the device out of the drawer, and we're going to use that to scan for the next piece. Run down the stairs until you see Liberty Lanes and come to this scanner device. If it's green, you need to set the device to red. If it's red, you need to set the device to green. If it's yellow, you need to set the device to yellow. And here we can see it's green. After setting the device, jump onto the bus and then grab the toy that's under the L on the Liberty Lanes sign. Run back around past the crafting table where the Mangler Cannon is and find this grass area to get to the next scanner. Pull out your scanner and see what color it is. In this case it's red, so we're going to set it to green. The last scanner is behind this door from the roof where you crafted the LTG machine. Drop down and you'll see it right here. So we can see that it's yellow, so we're going to set the device to yellow. Before we leave this area, we're going to vacuum up the toy that's sitting behind the right air conditioner. Activated all the scanners, run back to the starting area and grab the canister that spawned and place it on the trap. Don't forget to grab the LTG machine from the first mini boss we spawned. Back in the starting area to the right, we're going to put the LTG machine under the storm cloud and protect it for another minute, just like we did before, and spawn another mini boss. Same thing that we did before, get the mini boss low health and then bring it on top of the trap with the canister, activate the trap, and then kill the boss. It does require 1,000 points to activate the trap, so make sure you have that. After the canister absorbs the essence of the mini boss, pick up the canister and bring it back to the church and place it back into the device. With everything in place, all you need to do to start the boss fight is to come back to the church and activate the device. If you want to push a few rounds and collect some perks and whatnot to get ready for the boss fight, go ahead and do that. That's what I did in this clip. The boss fight is pretty straightforward, to be honest. You just kill all the things that show up, kill all the zombies, kill all the mini bosses, kill the manglers. And as soon as you're on the third mangler, go ahead and pull out your wonder weapon and collect that last action toy that you dragged in here earlier. As soon as you're ready to grab this toy and you grab it, you'll turn into Aetherella and you can just go around and kill everything. You're invulnerable in this state and your damage is insane. It makes it really easy and you could basically just spin in circles and kill everything as they come. As you can see, this is incredibly easy. It's really OP. This pretty much trivializes the entire event. So if you want to try it without doing this, feel free to. But this is just a way to do it for basically for free. When the final boss is here, you just sit in front of it and just laser it. That's all. When you've successfully completed the boss event, it'll force you down and start a cinematic. Congratulations, you've just finished the main storyline for Liberty Falls. At the end of the cinematic, you'll get an option to keep playing or to exit. If you decide to keep playing, you'll get decked out with tons of loot with a bunch of legendaries. The next Easter egg I want to talk about is the bowling alley. First, you got to collect 7 shoes. The first pair of shoes is in the back of the cemetery, through this window hanging on the tree. The next pair of shoes is in the gas station at the very start of the map, on the desk. The next pair of shoes is up the stairs on Hill Street. Look inside this broken door and look under the chair. The next pair is in Frank's Hardware, down on Riverside. In this dark area, sitting on the shelf. The next pair is in the Benson Burial Service on West Main Street, inside this broken door. Look to the left on top of this podium. After you collect all the shoes, it'll automatically teleport you into the bowling alley with the event started. This event allows you to bowl and try to get a high score. Depending on your score and depending on what round, you'll be rewarded at the end of the event according to your score. I think the high score that you can get on this is 300 because it's a bowling event. The goal for this is to roll the ball into the zombies and kill them. You can repeat this event 3 times per game by going back to the shoes at the burial service and shooting them again. The next one I want to cover is the zombie dance party. Simply come to these telescopes behind the bus, look inside the telescope, go up and to the right until you see a zombie dancing, stare at it until it kicks you out. Now just take a left and go inside the next telescope and go up and to the right again until you see another zombie dancing and stare at it until the dance party starts. The next secret we're going to cover is how to play a song. It's a pretty cool song. All you need to do is grab 3 headphones. The first one is up on these stairs to the right. Interact with it. Next, go inside the church and take a left, and it's on this bench. The next one is under this bench on Washington Avenue. As soon as you grab all 3, it'll immediately start playing the song. A quick little bonus is to shoot the balls on this pool table to get some free essence. Now I'm going to show you how to break the vending machine. First, come and grab this melee perk. Run down into this vending machine at the start and punch it in the center. It can drop all kinds of loot, including ray gun. Now I'm going to show you how to get one of every power up for free. First, come to the Alamo on the roof and look inside this window and shoot the nuke. Next, for double points, come over to the cemetery, look at this water tower, and zoom in and shoot the 2x. That'll instantly spawn the power up. Now for free power up, jump behind this. Now for free max ammo, come back to the balcony that we spawned on at the start of the game and look down at this bridge. Now for a free insta-kill, come to the back of the cemetery and look at the top of the church and you'll see a skull. For free bonus points, come to this roadblock on Riverside, look up into this apartment window above the AC and shoot it. Now for free max armor, come to this window on the far side of Washington Avenue, look at this little tray and shoot the armor. Now for a way to spawn some free loot and equipment, come to this blood swimming pool on West Main Street and throw 3 Sentexes into the middle. You do need 3 Sentexes to do this. After they explode, an orb will fly out and drop some loot. Now I'm going to show a way to get free loot from a car by using a Mangler Cannon to destroy them. There's a couple of these black and yellow cars scattered out the map, and I'll show the locations real quick. If you look in the back seat, you should see a blue bunny. If you shoot the Mangler Cannon at it, a weapon will fall out of the trunk. Now to open the safe, come to the bank where you're going to input. In order to get the combination, turn around and look at the top of the desk right behind you. You'll see a little notepad and the 3 lines indicate which spot that number is for. You can write the number in the chat to make it to remember. The next part of the code is in the bowling alley under this drink, so you have to shoot the drink to get it off. Last part of the combination is in the comic book shop under the desk. Now that you have all 3 pieces of the combination, come back to the bank vault and enter the code. As soon as you enter the vault, there's a bunch of safety deposit boxes around you that you can loot and get some pretty good gear, including perks. Next, I'm going to show you how to make it rain zombie bodies that drop loot. Come to the church and look at the top left and shoot this head with any explosive. Grenade, rocket launcher, anything works as long as it explodes. Now for the next minute or so, a bunch of bodies will fall from the sky and drop loot. You can get some pretty good stuff from this, including things like chopper gunner and whatever else. Next, I want to talk about a secret that lets you dig up the graves. I've seen other people saying it works to use any explosive, grenades, rocket launcher, or other kill streaks. But in reality, this only works with the chopper gunner. So you have to have the chopper gunner for this to work. All you do is come and explode this barrel. Here's me attempting with other things to show that it doesn't work unless you have a chopper gunner. After breaking the barrel, a shovel will fall onto the ground below and you can grab it and go to the cemetery and dig up for loot. But again, you do need a chopper gunner to do this. Well, that's about everything that's been discovered on Liberty Falls so far. If anything else comes out, maybe I'll make a post about it. I know this isn't my typical Deadlock content, but if you enjoyed it, feel free to subscribe. Or if you actually want to subscribe for my Deadlock content, go ahead and subscribe for that too. Anyway, that's about it. Yeah.